Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is the first installment of my 30-day marathon. Yes, I'm going to be uploading a video every single day this month. Now this has been a long time coming, and I've been recording some of these videos since pretty much middle of September. So just to give you guys an idea of how long I've been working on this. So the first installment is going to be a Jad guide. Now, it's not going to be an entire fight caves video. If you do want to see something like that for myself though, please just drop a comment down below in the comment section and I'll be sure to do something like that. Now, the reason this isn't a full fight caves video is just because there are plenty of them out there already and they don't quite cover everything. Now, a lot of people don't struggle with the waves. They struggle when they get to Jad, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people struggle and it's just because you panic. That's all it is. You panic, you probably don't have your sounds on, and you're just not used to the attack styles that Jad has. I mean, you can't really practice it anywhere else in the game apart from at Jad, and obviously once you're there, it's kind of too late. So what I'm going to go over in this video is where Jad's going to spawn. And yes, that's right, you can tell where Jad's going to spawn from like the third wave of the fight caves. So if you've got a bad spawn, you're not comfortable with it, you can always just reset the fight caves. It's not a problem. I'm going to show you how you can do that. It's dead easy. Also, when you get to Jad, there are a few techniques you can use to deal with not only switching your prayers, but also dealing with the healers a lot easier and a lot quicker than just tagging one of them, running around and so on and so forth. A lot of that is time consuming and you can panic, and the longer you're killing Jad for, the more time you have to focus. Now, one thing I'm going to say before we do get into this guide is if you have a blowpipe, use it. Or even if you're close to getting a blowpipe is going to make this 100 times better and easier for you. I promise you, you can heal off it, which is absolutely amazing, and it has a chance to venom creatures whilst you're in the caves, including Jad itself. The only thing you have to be wary of is how close you get to Jad when using a blowpipe, making sure you don't misclick and stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, let's get into this guide and hopefully I can help you get your first ever fire cape. And yes, I do have the Jade Pet in my inventory, just in case any of you were wondering. I got this on my first kill. Yeah, that's right, I was lucky enough to get the pet on the first try. So if you are lucky enough to get the pet, this is what it looks like. It's a really cool pet actually. I really like Jade Pet. It's one of my favorite ones in the game. If you have multiple fire capes, you can trade them into this guy one at a time, and you get a chance of getting the Jade Pet. I can't remember what the exact drop rates are, but if I remember to, when I'm editing this, I'll bang them on screen for you. Alright, so this is the gear that I'll be taking with me. The only thing you need from my setup is chinchompers. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but I'll explain to you why when we kill Jad, or when we're about to kill Jad. They come in extremely handy. So you want either red chinchompers, or what I would say, if you're buying them, buy black chinchompers. Take around about 10 to 15 and that should do you fine. So now we're in the fight caves. You want to kill the first 3 bats that are going to spawn. So the first wave obviously has 1 bat, second wave has 2 bats, and then the third wave, which is where the first blob spawns, you need to make a note of that because that is where Jad is going to spawn. As you can see, I'm highlighting it there. So mine was more towards the south of the map. If you're going to be tanking the healers, it doesn't really matter where Jad spawns. If, however, you need to lure the healers, you'll need to be somewhere near Italy Rock, which is here. So you'll need Jad to spawn there, and then obviously you can run around to the other side. Jad won't be able to attack you there, so you can obviously kill the healers once you've lured them around there. However, this is quite difficult to do, especially if you're just learning how to do Jad. So what I would recommend is just trying to tank the healers the best you can. Focus on switching your prayers. But if you do find that you are taking too much damage, then please make sure you lure the healers and then you run around to that purple spot. You can take your prayers off for a little bit, you can relax, you can pray for melee so you don't get hit by the healers. Once all 4 healers are dead, they won't respawn unless Jad hit full HP again, which if you lure them straight away, he should never do. So the next thing you need to prepare yourself for is Jad. First thing you want to do is make sure, whilst you're on the 360s, is you take your time, you heal up to full, and then once that 360 dies, that last one, you need to make sure you have protection from range on for when Jad spawns, just because you'll notice the mage attack is a lot more obvious than the range attack, especially with the sounds as well. Just in case I haven't mentioned it already, sounds are incredibly important when doing the fight caves. You will realize this whilst you're doing them. The mage and the range attacks both have very distinct attack sounds, so make sure you've got your sounds turned all the way up, guys. It's Speaking of sounds, I'm going to play a couple of them just so you get it stuck in your head which one is range and which one is mage. Now you have around about 2 to 3 seconds to actually switch your prayers before you get hit by the attack. So as long as you don't panic, like I said guys, you should be fine. So listen to these sounds, make sure you familiarize yourself with them, and then just get ready for the attack. I'll try and sync up some actual footage of Jad doing the attack as well as the sound, so you can kind of keep an eye on the visual effects that it does. So what you'll notice is for the range attack, for example, he stamped his 2 front feet down on the floor, and that's a range attack. And for a mage attack, he goes up on his back 2 feet, so he sort of raises his head and then fires a ball from his back. So yeah, I'll play some clips for you now so you can get familiar with the sounds and the actions. Alright, so now let's get into a Jad kill. Now, the first part of the fight, I don't think a lot of people struggle with. As long as you've got the sounds down and stuff and the attack styles, you should be ready for Jad. So just get Jad down to around about half HP. That is when the healers will spawn in. So make sure your sounds are on, make sure you're potted up and stuff, and make sure you're ready to focus. That's the main thing you need to do here, guys, you just focus. So another thing I'm going to say quickly before we do get into the halfway point is when you're killing Jad, just make sure you check your prayers. So as soon as Jad's attacking you, if it's range, make sure you got protection from range on, and then you've got about 2 seconds to do anything else before you need to change prayers again. So obviously, if you're struggling to get your first kill, only ever do something when Jad attacks with the same attack style twice in a row. So for example, if Jad attacks with range and then his next attack is range, then you know you don't have to switch prayers, so you can focus on tagging one of the healers, or you can change your attack style, you can drink a potion, that sort of thing. If Jad changes attack styles, so for example, if it's going from range to mage, don't focus on anything else, just make sure you get that prayer up, and then after that, drink or whatever, go back to your prayer screen. If it's a mage attack again, that's perfect. That means you can tag a healer, you can change your attack style, you can do something like that. So as you can see here, now when the healers spawn, you want all 4 of them to be around Jad. Now sometimes you can tag 1 or 2 of them as they're walking past you, which is perfect. So if you see some of the healers walking around you, make sure you tag them. Of course, do this in between Jad's attacks, like I mentioned before. Don't rush it, it's fine, you don't have to worry about anything. Just make sure that Jad doesn't heal back up to full HP, which if you're tagging some of the healers, he won't be able to do regardless. So what you need to do is when the healers are around Jad, is just change your attack style to long range, equip a chin chomper, throw the chin chomper at Jad. That will aggro all 4 of the healers onto you, and then you don't have to worry about them. They'll come and aggro you, and you can just focus on doing that DPS to Jad, put it back on rapid, finish him off, and that's as simple as that. The main thing people die with, guys, is just the prayer flicks. That is it. It's really not that difficult to fight Jad. I know saying this from someone who's done it many times now, and honestly, even I get nervous when I get to Jad, but it is just a case of chill out, relax, focus, and kill Jad. Make sure your prayers are right. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, smash that like button, share it amongst your friends, get that first fight cape, and then let me know how you did. Take care, boys, and I'll see you tomorrow for my next video.